Hey guys, it's Tara. Welcome to my channel. So today I was really excited because I'm on my way to the convention center to go to Comic-Con, and I thought, why not try the new Vegas Loop? So the new Loop is supposed to be self-driving cars made by Tesla that can take you to different areas in Vegas. So they're going to be expanding it so that you'll be able to take a self-driving car all over Vegas, from the North Strip all the way to the South Strip. And still in process right now, so they only have a couple of routes. I think right now they're doing Resorts World to the convention center. So if you're starting from Resorts World, you can check out the Loop. If you're going to the convention center, you have to be going to an event there, I think, to be able to buy a ticket. I don't think that you can just take the Loop. I might be wrong on that. You might be able to just take the Loop around. But I thought that they were doing self-driving cars, and I guess they're going to, but they're not doing it yet. So there are still people actually driving the cars. So I'm super sad because I was like, this is gonna be so cool. Like, I'm gonna get in a self-driving car. But they are not doing self-driving yet. It's still someone that's driving the car. So I'm still gonna check it out. I'm here, might as well go through the tunnel and see how it is and show you guys what it's like. Okay, I'm gonna have to say, no shade to the driver, he was super nice, but that had to have been one of the most uneventful things I've ever done. Like, I came out here because I feel like it was advertised as self-driving cars. I'm like, am I confusing it because it's owned by Tesla? Were they never planning to do self-driving? I don't know. From the people that I've asked, it sounds like they have no idea about self-driving and when that's happening. So I'm like, I don't know if I just created that in my head, but it does not seem like that's happening at this time, right now, there are people driving the cars. The loop itself is pretty cool when it, lights up different colors, but I would say skip it, at least for now. Maybe later on when they expand it to different areas, but just if you're staying at Resorts World and you want an easy way to get to the convention center, sure, but if you're coming here for the experience, skip it. And another thing I'd like to mention, so the event that I'm going to today is in the South Hall. That thing dropped me off at, I guess this is the South Hall, but absolutely nowhere near the entrance to my event. And now I have to walk. I've been walking for like 10 minutes now in the sweltering heat to get to the front of the South Hall. So, I mean, that's another thing that you have to consider, is that these terminals, they're set. And if it's not going exactly where you need to go in the convention center, you're gonna be screwed, and you're gonna be walking down this super sketchy back way for like 15 minutes to get to where you need to be. So that's just another thing to keep in mind if you end up using the cars to get to the convention center. Okay, so I just got kind of screwed by the Boring Company. I'm waiting at the south lot. They told me that the last cars come at 5:30, that it closes at 5:30. I got here at 5. There is no car here. There's no way to contact the company to get a car here. There's no button to push. It's just no one is here, and I'm screwed. There's no one else standing in line. It seems like this port is kind of dead today because a lot of people aren't coming to this end of the South Hall. So now I'm kind of just stuck here, and I have no way to get back to the loop in Resorts World. So just keep that in mind also, you might be left stranded. I'll show you guys what the area looks like. So this is where you would get picked up. There are no cars here. There's no people here. There's nothing to use to call anybody. I got here at 5. They told me that it ends at 5:30. The sign said 5:30. And I'm pretty much stranded at this location with nobody else here now. So, yeah. I feel like they should at least have some type of communication so you can tell the people hey, I'm at this location, come get me. This whole thing is such a flawed system right now. All right, another update. So get this. I'm standing there. At this point, I had to call an Uber because no one's coming for me. Called the Uber. The Uber can't find me, so my Uber gets canceled. I have to get another Uber. And then I see 5 of the cars drive up, and I'm like, oh, thank God, somebody's here. All of them look at me, look away, and keep driving. All 5 of the vehicles that take you around. I waved at them, I called out. One guy even waved back and just kept going. Finally, one of the guys that drove up, he must have felt bad for me because he ends up stopping. He's like, is everything okay? And I'm like, I've been sitting here since 5 waiting for a car. And he's like, we're closed. And I'm like, well, I took a car here. I need to take a car back to Resorts World. So, I've been standing here for half an hour. You guys were supposedly open. And he told me, yeah, we close at 5:30. But he's like, oh, because there's not a lot of business at this hall today, we just didn't come down here. Oh, okay, so you're just gonna leave people stranded? Anyway, but this guy was super nice. The guy that just took me back, super nice. So he ends up saying, okay, I feel really bad for you. I'm gonna take you back to Resorts World. Thank God he did, because like I said, the Uber drivers, the area that you're in on the South Hall, it's not an easy area to get to. So they kept canceling on me. But this guy was like, I'm gonna take you back. So he ended up taking me back. Thank God for him. He was super friendly, super nice. When everyone else sat there and just drove by me, But then another situation happened. So I left my bag when I originally came. I had a suede bag with me, and I left it inside of one of the cars. There's no number to get in touch with the Warren company for me to call them and ask if any of the drivers found my bag. So what I ended up having to do was call Resorts World. Resorts World had to call them. The lady put me on hold for at least like a good 15-20 minutes. Even she couldn't get in touch with them. She's like, I have no way of getting in touch with the people in the loop. Sorry. She's like, the only thing that I can do for you is take down your number and I'll try to call you at 7 p.m. I mean, what is going on? I'm sorry, but I understand that things happen and it's new, there's gonna be some quirks to work out, but it's just a really bad system. The fact that you can't communicate with the drivers and there's no way to call them to you or let them know that you're at a station, it's just extremely flawed. I don't know. I didn't have a good experience. Maybe you'll have a good experience. I didn't think it was that interesting of a thing to do at this point from Resorts World to the convention center. Maybe when they start doing the whole strip, it'll be better. But as of right now, I'm definitely I'm definitely not recommending the Vegas loop. No. Maybe a few years when they get the quirk settled, but right now, no.